What's going on, folks? Today I'm going to be reviewing the Pinocchio game. This game came out from Milton Bradley in 1992, and it is for 2 to 4 players. Now, the object of the Pinocchio game is you are going to try to get Pinocchio over to Geppetto's workshop so he can become a real boy. And along the way, you're going to be moving forward, moving back, and you'll also have Jiminy cricket cards that you can use to help you along the way. So let's show you the Pinocchio game. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and go over all of the components. We will go ahead and start with the little Pinocchio pawns. You'll pick one of these, and they're all different. They all have like different poses that Pinocchio will do, and of course you'll just simply start. You've got Stromboli's Theater over here. You have Stromboli's Cage, which turns, and I'll show you how this works here in a little bit. You've got the fun area over here. You've got Geppetto's Workshop, and then you have Monstro the Whale. So this game works very much like Candyland. What you'll simply do is you'll draw a card, and you'll just simply move to that color that is over there. Now, if it turns out that there is a Pinocchio already on that color, let's say this Pinocchio drew a green, he would skip all the way over to the next green. And let's say this guy went, he got purple, so he will go ahead and go to the next purple. And that's basically the way movement works. Now, there's also some special cards in here, and I'll show you what they are. You've got the cage with Pinocchio in the cage with the long nose. If you end up with this, you are going to move your Pinocchio over to this space over here where the cage door is, and you're going to put Pinocchio over here like this, and then you will simply spin the cage over to the unlocked area, and then on your next turn, you'll be able to go ahead and move him out and then draw a card to continue. Over here is the fun house, and if you get this, you'll go ahead and move to the fun house space, which is over here. Now, if you're either going to be moving forward or backwards with these cards, so if your Pinocchio is over here, you would go over here, like so. Right here is Stromboli's Theater. If you get this card, you pretty much do the same thing. You'll just simply land here on Stromboli's Theater. Now, you also have these little Pinocchio cards, and these are the good Pinocchio cards. So if you get this Pinocchio card, you will go ahead and move over to one of these Pinocchio spaces over here. However, if you get the bad Pinocchio with the long nose, you're going to go ahead and move back to the color that is indicated here. So in this case, this Pinocchio would move back here. Now you also have what are called the Jiminy cricket cards. If you draw this, you're going to be able to hold on to it, and you'll be able to cancel out any kind of a bad card you have. So if you ended up drawing this card, you could play a Jiminy cricket card over it, and then you would not have to go there. If you draw a Jiminy cricket card, you will just place it in front of you, and then you'll go ahead and draw another card and just go to that space. And if you draw another Jiminy cricket card, you'll be able to hold on to that too. Now we'll get to Monstro the Whale over here. Whenever you get to a point here where you draw a card and you are the color is not in front of you, say you drew a yellow card and you were over here, this is going to allow you to enter Monstro. So you'll simply open up his mouth like that, and then you will go ahead and place him in the color that you drew. But let's just say you happen to draw a blue card and you were over here, you would go ahead and put him here on the blue raft. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of rafts over here, and you'll just simply put him on that color raft. Now, in order to get out of Monstro's mouth, you're going to spin this little spinner over here. If you spin any of the brown background whales, you're going to stay there. But if you get the blue whale, you will be out of Monstro's mouth, and this will allow you to win the game. So then you will go ahead and put your Pinocchio over here, and you will push this little plank forward, and voila, there's Pinocchio, and he has become a little boy. Yay! And that, folks, is the Pinocchio game. So my final thoughts on the Pinocchio game. Well, this is a kid's game, ages 4 up, and this plays pretty much like Candyland. Main difference is it has a 3D board and it has the Pinocchio theme on there. I like the way the board looks when you set up all the little 3D components. It's nothing fancy like Fireball Island, but it's pretty cool. And it has like some movable parts on there. That's also pretty cool. But basically, this game is Candyland. So if you already have Candyland, you really don't need this game. It basically plays the exact same way with a few exceptions, with the Pinocchio cards and with the spinner with the whale and a few other things. I'd say this game probably goes for around $20 or so complete. I only recommend it if you're maybe a Disney fan and you have kids, and if your kids like Candyland and they're a Disney fan, they may like this. But really, you don't have to get this if you already have Candyland. Candyland, you can get that at a thrift store for pretty cheap. And if you already have Candyland, then you really don't need to get this unless you're a vintage board game fan like I am, or if you're a Disney fan. But the components are pretty nice. They're fairly thick. And, I like the way they work. But ultimately, this is just Candyland on Disney steroids. so guys, that is my review of the Pinocchio game. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.